Assalamu alaikum. This is Omar Nassimi, and I wanted to give you guys a quick tutorial of how Launchgood works, specifically within our peer-to-peer campaigns for Qurbani. And a lot of people from different regions have been emailing me and asking about how to set up pages, so I wanted to quickly walk you guys through how to do it, so inshallah for future campaigns you can be able to do it for yourselves, and even for this one as well. I've been instructed by my manager and through our marketing directors here that we should be instructing people how to create them instead of doing it for them. So I wanted to walk you all through it very quickly. It's relatively simple. So if you go to launchgood.com, this is the main website here. They have a bunch of different campaigns that anybody can create, and it's sort of intended to raise funds for people. So we have a partnership agreement with them. So if you go to launchgood.com/IRUSA, which is this page here, this is our main page that people come to create campaigns, and also where we have all of our campaigns. So if you see here, people can also create birthday campaigns, wedding, general, etc. And if you come down, these are the challenges, which are the different campaigns that we do. So we had one with we did the Ramadan food packages, which is this one right here, the IUSA feed. And there's East African emergency, DC missiles, different kinds of things, and of course Qurbani, which is our main focus right now. So how this works is I create these pages within Launchgood, and I ask Launchgood, say, hey, we want to make a campaign for Qurbani, and we want to create a page specifically for that. And they create it, and once they've created, then we can create individual pages within that. So what that looks like, for instance, if this one here, I've already opened it up in another tab. So if I were to click on this is our Ramadan feed campaign. So this is what an individual campaign looks like. So you come down here, there's a video, there's the option to create a campaign, the option to just donate now. It's closed because the campaign ended. But if you scroll down, these are all the campaigns that people made within our Ramadan food packages. So we can ask them to go to, and in each of these have specific URLs. So for the Ramadan food packages, it was /feed, as you can see at the top. Well, for Qurbani, it could be launchgood.com/Qurbani, which we haven't set up yet and I'm working on. But to show you an example of how this works, for the Ramadan food packages, you just go to launchgood.com/feed and you just click on create a campaign, and this is what these people did down here. And it basically just creates the campaign for you. You set a goal, and whenever you get this, so for instance, this is our main one right here that we did for food packages. This is what it looks like once you create the campaign page. You give it a title, you give it a description, you give a goal amount over here, and then in the body is when you give all the information about where it's going to, what it's doing, etc. And on the right side is the giving amounts. And all of this is what we set it as. So you can set it to anything that you want, and it's not necessarily limited. So a lot of people were asking about individual campaigns versus campaign pages. I know it's a little bit confusing. So this is the campaign page, which is like the sort of umbrella campaign. So this is for Ramadan food packages. And we'll have a separate one for Qurbani. And the Ramadan food packages, launchgood.com/feed. And again, the Qurbani one's going to be launchgood.com/Qurbani, which is going to look just like this. And then each region then is going to create one of these individual campaigns. And the way to do that is fairly simple. You just come up here, you go to launchgood.com/Qurbani, which again is not set up yet, but when it is, it's going to look just like this. You come up here and you click create a campaign. Now, I'm going to walk you guys through it very quickly, which is because it's pretty simple, just to give you an idea. So you say a goal amount. Generally aim high. So say let's say $10,000, and the title of the campaign is going to say, let's say for instance, Qurbani Northeast for the people in New Jersey. Next step. And then here, it's going to ask you to add some more information, put in an image, which I'll be providing you with. And just for right now, we're going to go here, downloads, and when I already have one. So you just put up this image, which is going to be the cover photo, and you set the end date, which is probably going to be the end of August. And then you can list location if you want. Then you go to save it next. And then here's the kind of part which trips a lot of people up, is when you come to the tell your story, which is actually the body of it. When you click it, it takes you here, and it's kind of confusing. But basically what you want to do is when you come here, just Command A or Control A and delete that, and just paste, our Qurbani message. And I've already, just to give you an example, I've already created a sample campaign for Qurbani, which looks like this. and we already have like a sort of standard message that some of you might have seen from David Howard through an email, just information about Qurbani. And I'm going to send this all to you in an email. So basically all you have to do is like copy all of this sort of information and then just come here and just paste it. And then when you paste it, all you have to do is click save. Right now we'll just put test. And then you go to save and next. And then payment information, you don't have to do anything because it's all going directly to Islamic Relief's main fund. And then hence here you can put the YouTube link. The YouTube link is, we have an Islamic Relief video we're working on for Qurbani. And you can, this is last year's video, so just as a test, we can put it in here and paste. And then that's the video. And then you just go on. Oh, also, if people wanted to have custom links, so if you want to do /Northeast or /whatever for your specific campaign page, this is where you do it in this section right here. And then you go to save and next. And then this is the most important part, is the giving levels. So you add giving levels, and this is where you specify where the actual money goes to and which country. So looking back at the sample page that I created, all these options on the right over here is different countries with different amounts, so that when people click on it, then it gives them the option to donate. It's not doing it right now because it's my campaign and won't let me click it. So you can create these by simply going here. You just put the amount, say it's $65, say it's India, and I would say in the description is the type of animal, so I would put like cow. And then you save changes, and that's pretty simple. And then if you want to make it easier, you can just click duplicate, and that creates another one, and you just keep changing it, say like Malawi, for instance. But you get the idea. It's pretty simple. And then after that, the most important part is you have to come up here to the top right and click Submit for Review. And that's how it actually gets submitted. And because Launchgood has to take a look at every campaign that gets submitted, and then after they verify it, then you get an email, or if I'm sending it, if it comes to me and I get the email, and it says, okay, you've been approved, now you just have to go live. So you just click within your email to go live. And that's pretty much it. And inshallah, it'll look like this. Well, not like this, but like this is the Ramadan example of what it should look like. So all the information's there, giving levels are there, and then you have a bar which like tracks it. And so all the for everyone who was asking specifically about like, okay, but how do I change this? How do I track this rather? For people, so I know like if they're going specifically to my page. So you take this link at the top to your page, just copy it, and then you can post it wherever. If you post on social media, Facebook, email, wherever, it'll, when you post this link for this specific page that you created, it's going to go to people, and when they click on it, it'll come to your page, not the general one. If you want the general one, then you just do like launchgood.com/Qurbani or launchgood.com/feed, and that's like the general page over here. So if you want to tell people to create a campaign, this is where you tell them to go, launchgood.com/Qurbani. I'm just using feed as an example because the Qurbani page hasn't been set up yet. So inshallah, I hope that clarifies things. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email, let me know. But I hope this kind of helped. And if I went too fast or if it's kind of confusing, just let me know and I can break it down a little bit more in depth. And again, so it's the two main things you just have to do is when you create a sample campaign, it's just you copy paste all this information in the body, and then you make these buttons for giving levels on the side. And that's pretty much it. That's essentially the meat of it, as you would say. It's a little Qurbani joke, the meat of it. But inshallah, it should be it. Let me know if you have any other questions. And Jazakallah khair.